Something as people love is collecting various types of random information and knowledge for the rest of our lives. Fun realities are brilliant for breaking the ice, impressing your family and friends to make yourself look extra clever with marvelous information and data. These stunning realities about science, insects, animals, your body, the universe, and more will make your jaw drop. Time to be stunned. So here are 10 amazing random facts just for you all. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Moon quakes. The moon has quakes just like our earth shakes. We call them moon quakes. Moonquakes are assumed through a geological survey. USGS scientists believe due to tidal stress linked to the hole between the planet and the moon, this is the cause of the moonquakes. They are less familiar and much less extreme than the quakes and shakes that show up on our Earth, but they are there. The moon shakes. Blushing. We humans are the only animals that get red and blush. Blushing is associated with our battle or flight reflex. This is our body's method of managing an awful situation. Your brain tells you have two options. Number one, you can either battle and deal with the issue, or number two, flee. At the point when we experience the battle or flight reflex, our body makes something many refer to as adrenaline. Adrenaline is a chemical in our body produced that does a ton of things. It makes the veins in your body get more extensive to allow blood to flow on more rapidly. This additional bloodstream can make places like your cheeks and your chest red and warm. This is how we become flushed, hot, red and all sweaty. Charles Darwin described this as the most human of all expressions. Frogs can hold pee for 8 months. The Alaskan wood frog can hold its pee for up to 8 long months. Talk about it being important to go. Have you ever had the feeling you have to go for a week, but you had to hold on? How long can you hold on? Did you know frogs in Alaska, wood frogs to be precise, are known to keep their urine held for up to 8 long months, waiting it out through the long, cold, chilling winters of the area before relieving themselves. Once temperatures rise, in reality, urine helps keep the frog alive as it hibernates. Now you might be wondering how. Let me explain. They have special microbes in the gut that recycle urine into the nitrogen. This is the main urine waste. Whilst it hibernates, it uses the nitrogen from the urine for energy for the 8 months it hibernates to survive in the cold, long winters of Alaska. And that's how it can hold its pee for 8 months. By the end, it's almost gone. Can you beat that? Why does airline food taste bad? Have you ever wondered why food tastes funny on the flight? That funny taste you just can't put your finger on? Did you know 30% of your taste buds are lost during a flight? The elevation in an aeroplane can have a negative impact on our ability to taste things. According to a study conducted by the German Institute for Building Physics, high and low pressure causes dryness in the mouth, which reduces the sensitivity of a person to taste things. All of this might explain why there is such a poor reputation for airline food. It's not the food, it's you. Now you know why, so don't complain. The human body glows. The human body literally glows. Let there be light. It might be hard to see with your naked eye, but everyone you pass by every day is literally glowing, although all living creatures produce a small amount of light. The human body emits a small quantity of visible light. I mean, visible in the technical sense. The illumination is about 1,000 times less intense than the levels of light that we would actually be able to see. Sometimes when you look at one of your friends and you notice something about them, but you just can't figure out what it is, it might just be this glow. Some animals such as fireflies, glowworms, and deep sea fish can use the illumination to attract mates. If we could see the light, we would be like fireflies glowing about everywhere. Researchers in Japan studying bioluminescence use a special camera to track this glow. This is the first time light produced by humans has been captured on camera, and they found that it fluctuates through the body throughout the day, emitting light. Its lowest levels of light are around 10 AM and its highest around 4 PM, a rhythm the scientists attribute to the changes in a person's metabolism. Benjamin Franklin's House of Horrors. A dozen bodies were discovered in Benjamin Franklin's basement. So highly respected Benjamin, known as Charming Benjamin around the area of London. But were you aware of the fact that multiple skeletons were found in Benjamin Franklin's basement? In his home, close to Trafalgar Square in London. During a renovation in 1998, whilst working on the house, to the shock of the builders, they found dusty old bones in the house and were identified as being from nearly a dozen people. They included 6 teenagers and 6 adults. In the papers it said, the most plausible explanation is not mass murder, was an anatomy school run by Franklin's young friend and apprentice to learn about the human body. But who knows if that is what was happening? What was our friend Benjamin up to? Spooky. So, if it wasn't mass murder, then where would he have got the bodies from? It was said they would steal bodies from the graveyard from the bottom of Thames Wharf Street in London. Bodies were sent there from the weekly public execution at the gallows. Pringles aren't actually potato chips. The next time you feel peckish and you get a can of Pringles, the Pringles we all love to munch and crunch, take a closer look. In fact, take a good look. You won't see the word chip anywhere on the Pringle tin. You are probably wondering what in the world is he talking about. Let me explain. Pringles aren't made of thinly sliced potatoes which look, taste, sound and feel like pretty much any other preservative-laden fried starch. But instead, they are made from potato flour, which is dehydrated potato flakes, corn flour, wheat starch and rice flour together with fat emulsifier, salt and the necessary seasoning. They are pressed together into their Pringle shape, which contain only 50% potato. So all of this makes them less greasy as well compared to a normal packet of potato chips. Next time, take a look at your fingers, they won't be as greasy. We all love Pringles, but other companies were not happy. When other manufacturers complained, they complained to the Food and Drug Administration because they weren't real potatoes and they were fooling people. Because of this, it was taken to the High Court and the judge's verdict was against Pringles. So the Food and Drug Administration told Pringles it could not be marketed as chips anymore or they would have to shut down. So Pringles had to act fast. So someone in the company had a brilliant idea, and then Pringles decided to change the word to potato crisp instead, and Pringles was saved. So the next time you get a can of Pringles, take a closer look. munch munch. Disclaimer: if you have a phobia for creepy crawly insects, please look away now or skip forward to the end of the video. A blood-sucking tick. Plenty of people have food allergies, but the allergic result from the tick bite is so bad that if you were ever bitten, you will never be able to eat red meat ever again. To some of us, this might be shocking. This is a tick. Let me tell you about this little vile-looking, appetite-killing tick. It's awful. Some of us people who get bitten by the tick, it's known as a lone star tick. They are filthy little tiny blood-sucking vampire bugs. Ticks are so small, their size can vary from as small as a pin's head to as large as a pencil eraser. The ticks have 8 legs. They are anakids, which means invertebrate animals, which means they are related to spiders. They are hard to see. They can crawl and jump on you at any time. They can pounce at you. If you see one, get rid or run. If we get bit by the tick, we can develop a sudden allergy to red meat, beef, lamb, and any other red meat which are technically classified as red meat. So what are the symptoms? What exactly will happen to you? You are probably wondering. This can make people with the allergy to experience headaches, sneezing, achoo, with a runny nose, and nausea. In other words, an urge to vomit. And in some horrible severe cases, it can cause the person to be unable to breathe. And for some lucky people, the allergy fades over time, but for some us unlucky people, it can be forever. Which means it's the end of a big juicy burger. When you go for a meal, you will never be able to eat a lovely juicy steak or that burger you've always wanted, whilst your friends bite into that juicy burger, or when your friends are cutting that lovely juicy piece of steak that just melts in your mouth. You will have a plate of vegetables with broccoli and potatoes. Your life will be changed forever, and you will be a vegan or maybe a vegetarian for the rest of your life. Watch out, beware of the tick. Giraffes drink more water than camels. Yes, a giraffe can drink more water than a camel. A giraffe will spend nearly 80% of the day just munching away on the leaves of his favorite tree, a prickly tree called the acacia tree, which gives them all the daily nutrition a giraffe would need. There's a lot of water in the leaves and the fruits from the tree, which means they do not need to drink a lot of water. This means that a giraffe can go without water for weeks, a lot longer than a camel can go out without water. When a giraffe goes to drink, it drinks 12 gallons, and that's 5 times as big as a bowling ball. Thank you for watching Brainwave Facts. Please like, share and subscribe.